Namaste, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or messages. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. Yes, baby. Neurosis. I kill out them quati. They are at war with themselves. And they are realizing how skullduggerous they really are as their shadow self takes over. The planetary energies today's darling dears as we dive into these peccadillos. The moon enters Sagittarius. It's time to be bold and make the first move. Especially because the Sun, Jupiter, and Saturn are active now. I told you, all the planets are getting together to go direct from the 3rd of February 2022 until April the 19th, darling dear. All that planetary energy shining down on thee to co-create and get great, Big Cat. That is your ultimate goal, to get great. The neurosis, as I said, is rampant in the feeble-minded and the simpleton, the doubting Thomas, the haterators. Yes, baby. It's up in their cranium. You are all over their thought processes as they spy on your evolution from the nosebleed section. Where's that, you say? The Mud Hut, I told you. 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue. 2 streets over from the loser lane in the District of the Damned, right next to the signpost that says you must not F off past this point is where they be. As you continue to get great, learn your techniques well, your creativities, darling dear. Fine tune your skills, hone them. Prepare for your creativities to touch souls, darling dears. Bring enlightenment and motivate other big cats to get great. Be prepared for incoming blessings. 'Cause it wasn't easy, but it's so worth it, Big Cat. So worth it. What they did not know is part of your soul is not subject to space and time. It's infinite, darling dears, infinite. And your ancestral team stood up and pointed you out as prototype of your lineage, Big Cat. They gave you gifts to operate and use that they didn't have to use during their times on this Malkuth to write karmic decks. Turn it into Dharma, darling dears. You've been given the gift of IT. You're saying, what's that? Come on, Big Cat, I told you. We've gone from brick and mortar to click and order. You have the power of the internet to get great with your creativities. And there is $2.3 trillion on the tableau between now and 2026. A creative person is always driven by the inner light, the God spark within. And it is a war, darling dears, because you are always seeking perfection when you are perfection in the eyes of the Most High. Gifted with choice. When you had fear of failure, you found safety in the deliberate leap of faith into the unknown. With faith the size of a mustard seed, you didn't know where your foot would land, darling dear. But you did it anyway, deliberately. You understood the assignment of healing, took you from the depths to the greatest heights where you are flying as an eagle. above any storm. You've got no time for crumb situations. You understood how to allow a chicken of the sea and fall back into greatness. You understood the way to wholeness was made up of detours and wrong turns. You understand the gift of a 5D mind is knowledge. And knowledge rests not only in truth, but also in error. And I told you many times, Big Cat, yes, we've all made mistakes. But the biggest mistake you will learn of is someone else's blood. You make sure that your peepers are well and truly shined up. And you say, ain't doing that shit. Sorry about this. Mercury retrograde is trying to be a foot in here. As I was saying, Big Cat, you understand the 7 seas. You're saying the 7 seas? What are you talking about? The oceans? No, Big Cat. I'm talking about coaching, character, communication, commitment, contagious energy, caring, and consistency. Some of you have failed your way into infinite knowledge. A plan, darling dears, which you got a hold of by getting your birth natal chart, knowing thyself. And my dear Big Cat, you know I'm your best friend. The best friend you will ever have on this Malkuth, because your growth shows me that I'm winning and you are winning. We are winning together. Your evolution is why I'm here. Why I come to you on a daily basis. Never you ever forget, Big Cat, how far you have come. Everything you've gone through and gotten through. All the times you have pushed on, even when you felt you couldn't. All the mornings you wanted to give up, but you got through another day in the name of the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis, your ancestors, way showers, and spiritual guides. Never you forget how much strength you have, how you've learned to develop along the way, Big Cat. You are fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely, a force to be reckoned with. They tried to feed you to the wolves. You came back leading the pack. Because what? A wolf is part of the dog family, is it not? And you're a big cat. Fist bump, posh clap. Let's call in the energies of guidance and protection, my dear Big Cat, before we dive in to this peccadillo. Energies are pop, darling dears. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Can you see all of the cards? Yes, that's better. Right, we're going to get a rune. We're going to kick it off with the rune. Can we kick it off with the rune? Oh, before we even get into that peccadillo, let's go in through the chat. Alexis Holmes, fist bump awakened. The Iron Body Sensei, wagwan. You're good? Hey, who else is here? Yoslin, hello. Divine, Alpha Female, Paul Kelly, Taurus Chorus, CB, Pinky's up. Laura Lusk, I see you. 7, TK LLC, Wagwan, you're good. Nicole Brown, Wagwan. Hello, from the what? The other side where infinite possibilities lie. The 5D mind is not easy to get, and it's not for the faint-hearted, darling dears. You have to do the DNS like a boss. What's the DNS? Had to look over my shapely right shoulder, the dark night of the soul, darling dears, and all who have not gone through it right and not got great are dummy bats, a BAT. They are wasting their time and will repeat and rinse with other bodies with the same what? Judas ways blood. Judas ways. You have to remember, Big Cat, not everyone can go with you. Some of you spent years, nearly 2 decades as I did, trying to what? Wait and look back and bring a skullduggerous one with us. And what did it do? It broke your self-confidence, your self-esteem. It broke your pocketbook. Gave you wrinkles and gray hair blood. They even what? Was able to turn the act of sex, the love making, into feeling like grape. Their touch became cyanide in your life in every way. And angel love, glad you could pop in, darling dear, on your busy day of getting great. We have the Palo Santo, the lovely darling dear. Somebody's blazing it up one time. That toothache, go to the dentist, darling dear. They're going to take one of them just like they took one of mine. Listen, I told you I'm down to 31 and I don't like to suck my teeth. And if I do, the Tourette's is coming in. The first rune that I see for you, Big Cat, is the Star card in Tarot. This is what? Wunjo. Yes, baby. This speaks about infinite joy, comfort, pleasure. It speaks of miracles, darling dear. Miracles. It represents the number 68, 69, 70, and 71. When I think about those numbers, I believe those are the last ones that were able to what? Play outside without worry. We used our imaginations in them days. We surely did. Anyhow, let me press on. As I said, darling dear, good news is afoot. Why? Because you co-created harmony in your life. Something that some can't achieve. I told you the neurosis is kicking in them like Jackie Chan. Yes, it is. The Star card, darling dears. You poured away mentally, physically, and emotionally what no longer served you. And when you see the Star card in the Rider-Waite deck, you see the biggest star, you, darling dear, heads and shoulders above others. Some of you will be what? Stepping into flame. Flame. The flame of fame, darling dear. From the ashes, baby, Phoenix you be, on the rise for all to see. The same way they committed their heinous crimes in the dark, divine is going to bless you in public, in the light. Star card, the Aquarius energy of it all, darling. It's the Aquarius, the 11th house, the inquisitive seeker. It also speaks about what? Your hopes and your wishes being gifted unto thee, darling dear. This also speaks about groups, your true soul tribe coming in. Again, social awareness is highlighted. What? Listen, Mercury retrograde, Lama tongue blood. There is a karmic amongst us, hating on my every word. But yet, they are taking note. Imagine that. Karmic, I know you're here. And anything you choose to try and echo practice from this little tete-a-tete with the big cats, you will not be able to use. Why? You haven't got through your karmic debt. And I lock and bind you in the DNS until you what? Clean up your act, blood. So stop trying to copy and take note when you should be shining a mirror on your shadow self. I'm just saying. Anyhow, let's press on, darling dears. Raised your vibration, did you? You're divine. You are a divine child, having been the liberator in your life, understanding what hero means. It has the same H for higher self. Oh, good golly and gosh, you also have another lovely one. Swallow. What's that? The Sun card in tarot, darling dears, represented by the numbers 76, 77, 78, and 79. Somebody's going to have to swallow your success, darling dear. Again, this speaks about union, having raised your vibration. Some of you will be what? Experiencing a much wanted pregnancy. We are all pregnant, darling dear, with creativities and infinite possibilities. I tell you this regularly. Yes, baby, they're having to swallow and eat shit. The same shit they tried to what? Put on thy name. I told you the slanderous are skullduggerous, and they're always up to skullduggery, blood. But that particular mud, that SHIT is not sticking on thee. Why? You are not in the same place where you told them to fetch the black bags, blood. The Leo energy of it all, darling dears. This also speaks about vacation. Somebody's planning a holiday. You're going to meet your true, divinely guided partner on said holiday, darling dears. Why? Because you chose to evolve and have won access to a 5D mind. Somebody's shivering. Go and turn on the heat and stop being so mean with yourself, darling dear. You've got the Skrilla.com. Or are you shivering, Karmic? Yes, baby. Let's lead with the what? Which is Oracle deck. See what's going on in them streets. Base of the deck, we've got masculine energy, darling dear. There's a masculine energy. I effing what you've got going on. Trying to see if you dance to the same beat as them. What beat is that? The one where you dance to the rhythm of the universe, darling dear. With your 5D mind. They're trying to check you out on a 5D. Thank you very much. I'm Body Sensei. The fairies have left with my pen, blood. Are you rapping? Listen. Yes, baby. Fairies left with my pen. I'm not going to look for it because my eyes are cutting to the left and right. Yes. Trying to take me off my gangster. Don't let these little what pebbles thrown by a bottom feeder from the mud hut. The one that got on the short spiritual bus. Don't let it interrupt what you've got going on, darling dear. We've got masculine energy all up and on your energies. Protector and provider. Oh, I see. A hex was sent your way, big cat. We see a 9 in the background, darling dear. The hermit, the Virgo, the isolation of it all. Somebody wanted you to be isolated. They didn't want you to understand your gifts. Imagine that. Silly rabbit. They have been banished by spirit. Hey, nothing like being on a spiritual docket, blood. When you try to what? Stop the big cat walking. Never interrupt a big cat when they're walking, blood. They try to hex everything, spell casting, everything, mirror magic, using your pictures. But what was written, darling dear? What you wrote for yourself is manifesting in their faces. They try to put a spell on you, darling dear, but that spell you are able to transmute from dark to light. Why? You've been chosen. I've told you this many times. We didn't meet by accident. There is no such thing as coincidence on this Malkuth. It is your ancestral team sent by Father God Most High, dispatched to show you what you need to be getting to. Knowledge, darling dears. Knowledge is power. And power makes you king of the borderlands. Darling dears, whether you're male or female, you have it like that. Know your role, darling dear, and know that you understood the assignment and won a 5D mind. Split the deck. Your passions, darling dear, is where you will find your pot of gold. I've told you this many times. Your second house, your sixth house, your 10th house will show you how to turn it into a business. Your north node will show you which path you must lead yourself on, and be a leader too. Because as a big cat, your testimony will help another big cat rise. All about the passion, darling dear. Your sacral chakra. They tried to break you, made you think you was unsexy. Imagine that. They tried to work on your sacral blood. Yes, baby, your sensuality. They didn't want you to procreate or co-create, darling dears. But everything they didn't want, everything they tried to hex in your life has got great. Imagine that. Tell them to keep it up, Scotty. As you rise, they'll have to what? Live in their neurosis blood. Fighting with themselves, because you ain't got what? A stick in the fight. You respected the process. They have to put respect on your name. Come through, Birdman, Posh, clap. They burnt candles for you, darling dear, trying to cause conflict and fighting, making you feel that what? Competition was on you. Why? Because when you was at the depths, darling dear, of the DNS, that was when their attacks were strongest. And you understood the assignment. Physical movement got you out of the darkness. You have to exercise your temple on a daily basis, as well as your mind, because your brain is a muscle, darling dear. And it's infinite. Apparently we only use 5% on this Malkuth, really, baby. When you have a 5D mind, your capacity to learn and co-create is infinite. As they watch you evolve, they get deeper into their neurosis, looking to see if their spell worked. Yes, it did! On them! Ha ha! Base of the deck. Your awakening, darling dear. Your throne awaits you, your majesty. I told you many times, you are Carl. You are Khaleesi. You big cat, you hold the whip. Never you forget that. They want you to still believe you hold the blade when you have the handle, darling dears, gifted to you by Father God Most High, as you got quiet and went within. Learn to walk alone, eh? Not everybody can do that. Your spiritual awakening has given you prosperity, abundance of every level. And did I say self-love? Self-love. That cozy, warm place where your clavicle bone is so special. Where you don't need to pay your knees to stay together. Why? You're the coach. Oops. of the red flag team, blood. You can't be tricked. You can't be bamboozled. You know how to take away yourself from dysfunctional paradigms. Understanding it's not they, them, and it's the war you had in your mind, believing you needed a bottom feeder when all they brought to you was a trauma bond. So Big Cat, continue to make your what? Your mildew into barbecue. As the bad mind is still kicking in they, them, and like Jackie Chan, they don't realize that they are the master of their own fate, and their own fate is what? The shadow side, blood. They cast spells against you, they, them, and I'm gonna pick 3, because you know I love the 3. And in my infinite seek for knowledge, I came across what Tesla said. 3, 6, and 9 is the answers to the universe. The number 9 itself covers all of the other numbers. I'm telling you. Right. What did I say? True love's first kiss. We gotta read on that. Because they don't want you to be with a like-minded soul, one that comes with a yin and yang, to your yang and yin. They don't want it, they, them, and spell casting. Your career, darling, dears, we'll be reading on that. And final one, Skrilla.com, darling, dears. Well, baby, hey, I've got to get 3 decks for this. We're going to lead with my fave at the moment, my golden deck. I've still got the box, the only box I've kept from all of my tarot and oracle decks because I love it so much. I've got no use for it because you know I don't keep my cards in boxes. But I absolutely love this deck. I've seen a gold deck as well, and it's got the colors, some colors in the gold. You know I'm going after that deck. Yes, baby. Amazon will be activated as soon as we finish this tete-a-tete. Hey, listen, Amazon is more reliable than some of the bottom feeders you had in your life. At least you know Amazon will turn up once you give them a coin. These people, they use the coin to put spell work on you. Imagine that. What do we need to know about your true love? The true love of self, true love's first kiss. Tell us. It appears we will be reading on the person coming towards you for the true love, darling dear. The one that comes with what? Not now. They're not coming with Cupid. I told you Cupid needs this. Right? They're not coming with Cupid. Right? Because Cupid looks beautiful and gorgeous. A cherubim, don't you know? But Cupid don't read the Akashic records before he fires off his shots. Alright? Oh, yes, baby. They are leaving many disappointed cups behind them. Yes, somebody's feeling like a dumbass as your true love is what? Freeing their mind. Some of them you will notice that they have children. You'll become in what? A blended family. 6 of Swords. They had to mentally remove themselves from a situation that was emotionally, right? Fraught with what? Nothing but subterfuge and bull swanky. This also speaks about travel. They may be of a different nationality to you, darling dears. I told you, you can't choose who is for you. They find you, darling dears. They find you. They are being guided by spirit at their back. They're leaving a situation where somebody feels disappointed, disillusioned, and a dumbass, possibly a dickhead. Yes! This person liked to cuss, argue, manipulate emotionally and mentally, right? Was always up for it. This is what they have to release in order to get to you, darling dear. And this person is living in the past, hoping that they can use what past words to keep your true love away. Base of the deck. And the broke. Blood. Listen, I run away from broke pocketers. I do the 1-2 step. Come through. Ciara, push, clap. You can just look at someone and know that if you hook up with them, your future will be dismal, dark, and broke pocketers. Yes. Base of the deck. Told you, your true love is taking a leap of faith and they're packing light. This means they're not coming with what psychosis is, darling dears. This is a new beginning. And also the Fool speaks about the new partner. Come on. Your true love is coming. Looking for loyalty. Having to what? Move away from those that left them in a cold situation. They was always feeling in lack in a situation that they found themselves in. Unable to what? Make a pound out of the 50 pence note that they had. There's no such thing as a 50 pence note, blood. Base of the deck. And when they see you, they're going to recognize that you are a miracle in their life, darling dear. You have some of you have a platform. And they come with the helping hands. This also speaks about business acumen. If you have a platform or a business, they will come with the helping hands, that extra je ne sais quoi, to drive it home, Scotty, to greatness. This also speaks about being young-minded. I know we don't normally like the pages, but the page of Pentacles, you can stay. I approve of that. Wholeheartedly. Yes, baby. This person will come to teach you as well as to learn. This also speaks about what? A good father. How a parent treats their progeny, darling dears. You'll see exactly what they'll do to you and yours. This person comes to you with loyalty, darling dear. Leads with the loyalty. And you'll be meeting them under favorable circumstances. This person is manifesting you, darling dear. Being inspired by dreams. You've met them already on the astral plane, darling dears. And they come with a true offer. Base of the deck. Somebody's manipulating in the background, possibly the black pocketist one. We've got the Queen of Wands, darling dear. Whomsoever they're leaving behind, right, has access to occult knowledge, darling dear. Page of Wands. They used it. Yes, they did. Knight of Wands. No, deep dealing, mattress back, animal in a kitten hill. Sex magic was on the tableau. A cheater and a con person. That's what they're leaving behind, darling dear. What's this? You hear that? The phone's ringing. Everything is a sign in my readings. Right. Queen of Swords. The wisdom of their experiences, darling dears. This person is highly intelligent and will match your gangster. This person, right, thinks before they speak. This is in what? Respond mode. They don't react. This is somebody who's going to hide their emotions at first. Why? They're going to test your gangster to see if you are their true love. They're going to find that you've moved on from any emotional entrapment or entanglement that you've been through, darling dear. They will also find that you was dealing with a high-commanded Decepticon, somebody who was emotionally manipulative, as was they. You'll be twinning on every level. Not the same circumstances, but the same journey, darling dears. Master emotional manipulators. And a spell was cast on them. Final card before we push on to the next one. Flew right past me. Three of Swords. This person is coming towards you with a clean heart. They don't have the baggage of dysfunction. intelligent enough to what? Turn their back on a situation, even though this person is doing everything in their power. I told you they're using the chaos magic, darling dear. Trying to tempt them back into the boudoir for a bit of rumpy pumpy to seal the deal again. This person can't be tempted. Told you. They're not having it, blood. Everything is crossed. They don't want that rusty cup of opium and cognitive dissonance. You've got a winner on the way, darling dears. Yes. Look, 2 of Pentacles in the upright is somebody solo dolo. This is your match, darling dear. And we have an 8, the 8 of karma. Good dharma afoot. And again, we see the sea in the background. This person is not the same nationality as you. Different perspective. This also speaks about the waiting that you've been doing, darling dear. Notice the shine around your head. You took the time to get that knowledge, darling dears. You have to be of the same vibrating frequency. And apparently you are. Let me get one more card on this. Where's my... Listen, I tidy up these things and can't find anything. If I can't find it, then it's not meant to... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, then it's not meant to be found. Got the romance angel cards. Thank you. Pay attention to the red flags, darling dear. Because you will have what? Judases in a Peter suit, doppelgangers being dispatched even as we speak to try and trip you up, right? They come with the fucking ease and subterfuge and skullduggery. What's this? And they are not the one for you. Don't be tricked to get into any romance at this moment in time. The 13th of February onwards. From the 13th of February onwards. That is also the time when you'll be out of Mercury retrograde shadow to try and snare you by a what simpleton bound for the spiritual short bus. Split the deck. This person comes to make an effort with you. You'll see it in their actions, darling dears. And how carefully they treat you. This is somebody who is what? Fears losing you and will do everything in their power in the right way to keep you in their hemisphere. Right. Love it. I didn't hate it. I didn't. What's going on with all of these? I'll tell you, this Mercury retrograde is strong here on all of my mechanical devices, electronic devices. Let's move on. Hey, Carol Mustika. Glad you could pop in, darling dear. Golden Goddess 11, fist bump. You alright? Are you fabulous? Let's move on to this career. Get another deck. What do we need to know about the big cat's career? Page of Wands. Tap into your creativities, darling dear. This is about inspiration, being inspired, taking active movement to what feels good for you. I told you your job on this Malkuth should ignite your passions and therefore will inspire your creativities. Let's move these things out of the way. What does the big cat need to know about their career? That spell work. Good golly and gosh, I feel like I need what? A whole peacock feather right next to it, mate. What about your career? You're bossing up, darling dear. You're learning how to what? Think carefully. The King of Cups masters their emotions, but not only that, they take the time to mull things over. This also speaks about what? Some of you will be reaching king status or king pin or queen pin status in the field that you've chosen, darling dear. Some of you are what? Psychologists. Some of you are keyboard gangsters because why? You had to be to circumvent the bull swanky. Good morning, Charles Foster. Glad you could pop in, sir. Clint, Arlen, fist bump, wagwan. We have our resident scribe. Let me tell you something. This man has what? Penmanship and a mind to bring it through. King of Cups, mastering your emotions, darling dear. Because you can't make firm decisions if you're all squiffy in your cranium. What's this? Queen of Swords, bitter and jealous. Good golly and gosh, 3 of Cups on its face, made a decision about an emotional situation, right? We also have the Moon on its face, right? Speaking of what? The end of issues, darling dear. It also speaks about what? Secret enemies are about to be revealed around your career, darling dear. They've got anxiety, blood. I told you, in the Neurosis, I kill out them quati. Let them fight amongst themselves, with themselves. Yes, let them. This also speaks about someone being extremely unhappy about your career choice. They don't like your spiritual practices. Well, they better learn to love it from the nosebleed section, because you ain't giving that up, darling dear. You've got faith in the unseen. The unseen took you where you are right now and is about to take you to greater heights. Why? Because you deserve it. You won the knowledge. You won the 5D mind. And you understand that a part of your soul is not committed and contained by space and time. Infinite, darling dear. And all of your ancestral team has given you their skills to what? Move the matrix, bend it. What they couldn't do in their time, they've gifted you with their dexterity to do in your time, darling dears. This is your time. Yes, baby. Somebody is bitter, twisted, spine, a full-on hyacinth bouquet blood. What's her name? Hyacinth bucket blood. Someone didn't want you to what? Divorce from them, leave them in a situation. This is a bitter and twisted spire, a gossip and a liar. Let me tell you something. Skin peeling much. This person is what? Being violent and controlling in a position they find themselves in, wherever they are. They're judging you when they should be judging themselves. And they're what? Skullduggerous ways. This is little finger. Son or daughter of Pennywise the Clown. They don't like your career choice. They don't like the spiritual path you took. They don't like the fact that you couldn't give 2 figs or 1 good damn about the toxicity. They want to bleed back into your life. It also speaks about being unhappy in a third-party situation. What's there for Tum and Panani got to do with you? I don't know. It's none of your business. They don't like the career that you have. Base of the deck. But God called you. Taurus, the Hierophant, my God card in tarot. God called you. And you got what? Inquisitive, darling dear. You learned new things. You went outside the comfort zone. Look at this red just on it, mate. The jelly bogalian, the bitter and twisted, spying and lying still. They still don't understand why you are being blessed in their face. Spellcaster. Moving forward. I told you someone will be traveling. And this is where you will, look, they want to interrupt your travel. Move in silence, big cat. Tell no one when you're leaving and no one when you're coming back. The only person that needs to know is the travel agent and you and Father God. Just the trio, or no? No one else needs to know. Some of you are getting a new chariot of righteousness. Beep, beep. Because you showed strength in the face of adversity, darling dear. This is why you're getting your wish fulfillment on this Malkuth. You won a 5D mind. Understanding, oh, we saw the rainbow. You chased the rainbow. You know how to bend the matrix. All this bitterness. And you're not, listen, we haven't even had breakfast yet. What else do we need to know about your career, darling dears? Doesn't want to go in. Somebody don't like the career path you're taking, darling dear. When God sent you into that particular field to conquer. That's right, Clint Harlan. When you walk by, it causes confusion. They get what? Confused of eye and crusty of lips. Scalawa, terrorize them mouth kana. Yes. What else about your career do we need to know? Spiritually gifted, darling dear. You had to walk alone. The Nine of Pentacles is what? Being an individual, standing up, knowing your worth. You had to learn all of these things as you sat between the two pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin, for completion and beginning, darling dear. From the what? The stabation of your back chakra. You're winning. You've had nothing but slow and steady progress. Why? Because you're on the right path. You had to lead with spirit in your life. This is about you having what? Conquered all secrets that were within, having faced your shadow side, darling dears. Blessed and highly favored, you will soon trot up to what? The Queen of Pentacles, then straight up to the Empress of everything. Destiny, fate, good luck is on your side. Everybody has a time of being on top of the wheel, as some are having a time at the bottom of the wheel. Good God, there was a gambler in your life, darling dear, and they're going through a bit of bad luck. Their disloyalty is bringing nothing but setbacks, delays, right? Fear of change and crisis point in their relationships. I know. All while you're minding your own business in your spirituality. Whatever you chose to do, darling dear, your ships will come in. Three of Wands. Continue to focus on your long-term goals. Learn, I can't express this enough. You have to play chess with your creativities, darling dear. Learn everything. Be the baddest cat in your field. That betrayal made you what? A different type of cat. Nine of Pentacles, we have the Emperor. I told you. All this true love is showing on everything. You bossed up on bitches and mitches. You thunk, right, that you aren't getting great, that you haven't moved, that you're stagnant. It's a lie. You are a boss. Aries and Mars energy, protector and provider. You're a boss. What they set out to kill you and make you what? Crack on crazy, barking at passing cars. Dressing like Quasimodo's bestie. Don't let me get to the soap and water and your derriere. Hey! You bossed up. From these master manipulators, these hoodwinkers, these gaslighters. This person is stuck. This is a magician in the upright. What spell they try to put on you, darling dears, is on them. You can't interrupt who God chose when they're walking. Are you mad? What's this? Star card again, darling dear. You're the miracle, darling dear, and you are their karma. Two major arcana, being blessed. What they tried to what? Put on you was nullified by God. You are healers, shaman, Hiyoka, high priest or priestess. Continue with your spiritual practices. That is what protected you when you didn't know you needed protection. Wash your face like David, and as I say it, you see it. Who God call? No man can curse. Know this. Doors are being opened for you, big cat, in big ways. Your feet will step in places that you can't even imagine at this point. You are blessed and highly favored. You are sent here to heal and to teach. Your boundaries is what you must lead with in all circumstances. Everyone is interviewed, blood. Eyes on everybody. Come through, Boosie badass. Push, clap. Out of 9 cards, you've got 6 major arcana, darling dears. This is a spiritual upgrade. I told you the 5D is yours for the taking. You conquered your mind, your biggest adversary in this Malkuf. You turn those lemons into lemonade, the multiple betrayals. This also speaks about surgery, darling dear. Somebody's going in for surgery. Divine is telling you to be wise. You'd want to spend a little, but this is your body, darling dears. You can't be mean with those pentacles when it comes to you. Because being brown bread and looking good means nothing. You'll be the best shaped corpse in the graveyard. Don't do it. Do the actual research, darling dears. Right. Let's move on to the what? The Skrilla.com.